Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I am Ayush and in this video we are going to discuss a new topic which is conditional statements. So let's get started. Okay, so now let's rewind back what we have discussed so far. We have discussed about the comparison operators as you can see here and logical operators as well. So now we are going to discuss a new topic which is conditional statements. So conditional statements means that in one code we have two different things, which is one is if and another is else. So here let's take example. We need to write if. Now we are going to check the number 5 and the number 2. So 5 and 2, is 5 greater than 2? We are going to check that. So if 5 is greater than 2, so what should we do? Here we are going to, here you shouldn't forget a colon, and here it will give a little bit of indent. So now you are going to write the body of the if. So here to write the body of the if, what we need to write is print open parenthesis and what we need to print. So we need to print here, let's take true. You can write anything you like. Next thing we are going to give an enter and then delete. So here this thing will be deleted. Now if should be aligned with else itself. So here if else should be together. So instead of now we're going to write else. Now what we need to do else, do not forget colon, else print false. So here we are writing. So what do we mean by this? This we are taking if 5 is greater than 2, we need to print true. Else go to the false. So first it will implement this. If it is true, then it will stop there. If it's not, then it will go to the next line, which is else false. So let's run it, and here you can see true. So true means that it's true. And so what did it do? Yes, 5 is greater than 2 here. So now it's printing true, and if 5 is greater than 2, we need to print true. So it did not go to the else part. If it does not goes to the else part, which means that it should stop that at if itself. It need not to go to the else part. But if it was false, so now let's change this into 1 and run it. Now we have got false. So now what has the code happened? Here it is, if 1 is greater than 2, 1 is not greater than 2, so print true. No, 1 is not greater than 2. Now let's go to the next line, which is else print false. Yes, now 1 is not greater than 2, so we need to print false. So now let's take another example. Let me copy this and paste it here. Now here it is if, let's change this into 5 back, and here it is if 5 is greater than 2. So here it's writing print if condition is true, and here else if condition is false. This is just to tell you that if you add any text here, this will work out. So here it is 5 greater than 2? Yes, 5 is greater than 2, so it will go as true. Print if condition is true. So now let's run it. Yes, here you can see if condition is true. Here it's written. Okay, so let's take an example wherein there is if and else. So now there is 2 paths. Instead of 2 paths, we need 3 paths. So how can we do that? So here let's write if 5 is equal to 7. So what should colon, and what should Python do? Python should print first statement is true. So now here Python will print first statement is true if this is true. If not, so now here we are going to write the new thing, which is else if. Else if means that if is not true, then it should go to else if. So now here it's else if, and here we are going to write 2 is equal to 4, and now let's write if it is true, print, let's copy this part and paste it here, and here let's write and let's write second second statement is true. Here we are going to write, here let's write else what should it do? Else it need to print last statement is true. So here let's run it, and here it's showing last statement is true because this first statement is not true, second statement is not true, and third statement is true because 5 is not equal to 7, 2 is also not equal to 4, else it will print true. Now what if we change this into 5? Run it, showing 5 first statement is true, and let's change this in back to 7, and let's change this 4 to 2. Run it, second statement is true. Now if we change this back to 5, here it will show first statement is true. So why did it show only first statement is true? Why didn't it go to the second statement? Because second statement is true as well. So this means that here you can see if 5 is equals to 5, yes, it's true. Now it stopped there itself, it did not go to the second part itself. So now if I change this 5 into 7 and run it, yes, you can see second statement is true because it went to first statement and saw no, it's not true. It went to second part, it saw no, yes, it's true, so it stopped there itself. So now that's why if we write two things correct, which is two things true, run it, we are going to get first statement true only because here you can see this is it just visited the first part, it did not go to the second part. So now we are going to create a password checker small code. So here the user will come, he'll put his username, and in that username if it matches with the code which we have wrote, so it will give the access and it will write access granted. If not, it will write access denied. So how can we do that? So here we are going to write a variable which is name equals to, and here we are going to take input from a user which we have already discussed in our last section. So here name is equals to, here we are going to take input from the user. We are going to write input, and it will ask enter your username. So now the user will enter his username. So here I am going to give a let's give here a colon, and here let's write enter. So if name is equals, now let's take Sam as an example. So if name is equals Sam, so now it's going to print access granted. Else it will print access denied. ACCSS. So here it will ask the username from the user. Next it will check that if name, which means this, is equals to Sam, so it will give the access, or else it will not going to give the access. Let's scroll down a bit, and now I'm going to run it. Here you will see enter your username. So now we are going to enter our username. Let's assume I am Sam, so I'm going to write here Sam, run it, and here you will see access granted. That means I have got the access. So now if I run it again, and if I change enter your username into, let's write something different. So now notice here we have wrote first as uppercase, second and third as lowercase. Here we are writing everything in uppercase. So now let's run it. Here you will say access denied. Why? Because you can see this is completely different string. Okay, so let's take an example here itself. So in our last case, here you can see when I run this code, run it, and here let's write, now the user our code must be user friendly. So here you can see Sam. So now this is not entered in our code. So now let's run it. You are going to see access denied, but in our code it should be written that he must be comfortable in any way. If he add his name, it should give the access. So here let's copy this once again and paste it here, and here we are going to do a little bit more advanced way. So here we are going to write OR. So this OR means that, let's go back a little bit. In our this video, logical operators video, we have already discussed about the OR. Here you can see if any one statement is true, you're good to go. So here let's go back. Now here I'm going to write OR name is equals to, let's take everything in uppercase, Sam. Next, OR name is equals to everything in lowercase. So now this particular line will make it into a user friendly code. So now let's run this, and here it's asking. So let's try the first one. Here we're going to write Sam, run it, access granted. Let's run it once again, and here let's write everything in caps lock, uppercase, run it, access granted. Let's run it once again, and everything in lowercase, run it. Yeah, we have got the access. Now let's write something different. If we write Sandy example, here you'll see access denied because this is not stored in this section. Now what if we add here, give a space and add OR name is equals Sandy. Here let's write Sandy, and let's convert this everything into a string, run it. Now if we write Sandy, and you'll see access is granted. Now what if we delete this particular line, particular code, run it, and here if we write now Sandy and run it, here you'll see access denied. So this was the same, this and this means the same, just this makes this this particular line makes the code more user friendly. And this you can see name, now the Sam can be enough he can be good to go, because here you can see name Sam. Now he can write anything he like, everything in uppercase, everything in lowercase, or first letter in uppercase. So that is all for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. In this video we have discussed about the conditional statements. In our next video we are going to discuss about the loops. Until then, goodbye.